Did you know that being in a bad mood could also be good for you? Yes, that's good for a lot of our panel. We liked the idea of this, didn't we? Because we are getting to that kind of grumpy old age, aren't we? Apart from Jamelia, of course.
No, I'm still
but the
grumpy.
scientists say it's very important to regularly change your mood because it helps you to adapt to different situations. So I suppose unless you know the kind of high of being in a good mood or the low of being in a bad mood, you won't know the high of a good mood. It helps you deal with certain situations. Are you moody?
A
moody mare?
I kind of agree. You know, I don't think it's good to keep everything bottled up, but it depends how long your bad mood lasts for. I get worn out being in a bad mood. So I'm in a bad mood for, like, if things irritate me or me and Ray have a row, I have to go off for 20 minutes, row in my head manically, and then I go, do you know, I'm worn out, it's fine, do you want a cup of tea? And it's done.
You do it in your head. You see, I do mine out loud.
No, not really.
I'm very vocal with my
Not
bad mood.
really. I just think when people all start shouting, no one's really listening, and you're not really getting anywhere, and you probably say things that you don't really mean just to hurt the other person, and I find it really wearing, and I find it really wearing to be around moody people.
See, I don't shout necessarily at the person. I kind of do a lot of under my
Shout
breath,
at the
but I do a lot of banging of doors. I'm a great door banger. You're a door banger? It's really satisfying, isn't it?
Now, Ruth,
And I'm a stomper. I do stamp up the stairs. I'd be rubbish if I lived in a flat, because I like to...
I know you're trying not to include me in this conversation.
Janet. Because you're never in a bad mood, Janet.
Now, I was going to say, in case you were going to mention me to everyone at home, I'm not in a bad mood. This is what my face looks like when it's resting. And a lot of people are like that, aren't they?
My
My
husband's
face
like that.
just goes a bit down when it's not doing anything. And I agree with Colleen. Why be in a smiling... Actually, smiling uses a hell of a lot of energy. And, you know, you're using all those muscles, but what are you actually achieving? Because people you don't know are going to come up to you and they're going to start talking to you.
I can't
am
imagine you in
someone-
a bad mood, Jamelia.
I can't hide my emotions at all. So if I'm grumpy, everyone knows it. But I strongly believe in allowing yourself to feel whatever emotion. I'm like that. I say that to my daughters. If you're upset, that's fine. You know, be upset and let it out, but get over it. I'm not in agreement with people who sulk and kind of, you know, carry on for days. It's kind of like, and I will always communicate. I'll be like, look, I'm in a really bad mood. Just leave me alone for a little bit and we'll be fine afterwards.
But the thing is, are you good at... You see, what I hate is, say me and Ray have a row, and then the doorbell goes. I can... Absolutely, whoever comes to the door will never know we've had a row.
No, I can do that.
I will go, hi, come in, have a cup of tea. And then he can't help himself. So he's not only not talking to me, he's not talking to the person that's just come to me.
It's their fault.
So then I overcompensate and turn into this mad woman going, oh, isn't it lovely? Isn't it really? Now I
can
go,
do that.
we've had a row, he's in a bad mood, but I'll have a cup of tea with
I'm
you.
really good at
I can't-
that. One of the biggest rows Eamon and I ever had was just before friends were coming round at Christmas with all their children. We'd arranged this lovely Christmas thing, and I was literally screaming at him, and another thing! And it was mostly his friend, and the doorbell went, and I did the whole, hi! Christmas, come in! And he did the sulky thing.
It's awful, isn't it?
He
You have to
couldn't hide it.
overcompensate.
But he's got that face like Janet says. Eamon's got a face that he says in repose. Everyone says, you looked really grumpy. When I was just thinking.
I'm always just thinking, and then people come up to me on the train and they go, are you all right?
But it's the same kind of thing when somebody's really constantly nice, isn't it?
Just gonna
But
say
in the
that.
end, it's lovely when you meet them. You go,
Scary.
they're so nice, and then every time you meet them, they're so nice. You think, oh, you're nice.
Yeah.
Do you believe them,
can't be that
Jamelia? Do you
nice.
believe that sunny disposition all the time? I'm just nice.
I do think there are some people
Yeah.
who are genuinely like that. Slightly irritating, but they are. But then there are some people, I think they use that as a way to get around people, and I can always tell the difference, and I don't like that when it's used to kind of manipulate people. Sunny disposition people, is that a phrase?
Yeah.
But, you know, they're nice, and especially if you're a bit down, you know, I'll go around that person, I'll feel a little bit better. It's nice.
But sometimes I like to indulge. I like to indulge in my bad mood.
Film was that Mike Leigh film, Happy Go Lucky. The woman smiles all the way through it. I can't believe I'm sitting through this.
So does she crack eventually?
She cracks.
Yeah.
The driving instructor reduces her to tears. So the central character, she finally can't stand it
I
anymore.
always think that with those, you know, overly overly sunny people that I go, one day they're building up for a really bad kind of crash. Something will happen, and
secretly
all those
wanna be
years of pent-up emotions. Deborah, though, Deborah says, I'm never moody. My husband is never moody. There's plenty of love in our household, and we're always smiling. Well, good for you,
Do they have
Deborah.
any passion?
Well,
You
she
know.
says there's plenty of love. In her.
Okay.
Mandy says, though, it's good to release built-up emotions. I love it. Slamming doors. Being in a bad mood helps us to appreciate the good times even more.
Yeah.
It's true, you see. If I was always nice, my husband would get sick of me, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
He needs to know the bad side, and then he appreciates the lovely Ruth even more.